Okay, so I have a couple of things. One is that you just really have to ignore how I look right now because I walked through the rain. Yeah. And two is that I'm like really frazzled and kind of frantic right now because I just got back from Valencia and I actually have like 3 homework assignments that I have to do, which one of them I didn't think I had to do. And it's like 11:30 and instead I'm doing this video, but whatever. I mean, it'll get done, but I'm just like kind of all over the place, so obviously the main reason why I'm recording this is because of Valencia. It was really fun. The facts are that we left on Saturday morning, taking the AVE down to Valencia. It took about 3 hours. It was nice, whatever. Alicia pretty much just slept. I kind of slept, I kind of read. It was all good. And we got there, and we went to our hostel, and it was called the Feet Up Hostel in, obviously, Valencia, in like kind of the center of the city. It was really nice, really, really nice. We actually had our own room, and I would definitely suggest, if anybody's going there, to definitely stay at that hostel. And that was fun. And let's see. And the first day we just kind of walked around. We went to the Mercado, which is kind of like the Boqueria in Barcelona, except it's a much bigger area and it's not quite as cramped, and that was really cool. And we bought some dried fruit, which was really yummy, and we basically just explored the city a little, which was nice. We'd actually gotten kind of lost on the route from like the train station to our hostel on the first time, but we accidentally ended up walking past like basically all the cool sights to see in the middle of the city, which was really nice because we, kind of then knew from that point on. And we walked through some free museums and things like that. They actually had like a lot of churches and stuff just open that we could walk through and not have to pay for, which is spectacular. So we did that. The only thing we paid for was one of the cathedrals, which actually wasn't that worth it, but whatever. I mean, you pay for it and you go, and it was cool, but some of a couple of the free ones were cooler. So it happens. And then we decided to make our way down to the beach, which we did, and it was really gorgeous. It was like, that was funny because it was basically raining all day, but when we got to the beach, it was like the heavens shined down upon us, and like the clouds opened, and it was just like a gorgeous day on the beach for the time that we were there. But right as we were leaving, like the clouds started to go over again, so we were like, obviously it's not because of us. But the metro system in Valencia is actually really funny because it's just not helpful. We waited forever, and it was really confusing because like the red and green line were the same line, and we took the last stop on the green line is like the beach. Okay, going further. So we were attempting to get there, right? So we ended up going on the green line after waiting for like a year, and we get there, or we get to like the last stop, but the last stop isn't actually the last stop, but the train ends. So we get off the metro and we're just really confused, like look back and forth, like how do we get to the next part of the green line? No idea. We try to like walk out, but the doors don't open, and I don't know, eventually we figured out that the green line continues on a tram and not a metro. But yeah, it was a lot of guesswork that ended up working out okay. But it was, believe me, it was basically just Alicia and I like down in this metro, which is essentially empty because it's the end of a line and it's Valencia, so it's a very small metro. And we just completely lost and confused, wandering and looking around. But obviously we eventually made it to the beach, and we found this whole like line of restaurants to eat paella, because paella is like the Valencian thing. Like you eat paella in Valencia. So obviously that was our goal. And we ended up finding this fantastic restaurant because they had a menu del dia of only 12 euros per person. And we shared a salad, an appetizer, and we got patatas bravas, of course, they're like a fried potato wedge thing with like a spicy cheese sauce on top. They're very good. Although actually these ones had like a spicy garlic sauce, not cheese, but they were excellent. And then we shared a big paella, and we managed to get a seafood paella that was already shelled, which was excellent for me because I am so done with prawns from here on out. And then dessert after that. So very full, very good. It was excellent, excellent, excellent. So from there we left. We kind of hung around in the hostel for that because we were pretty tired. Though we did take a detour on like this road that was just like store after store of like dresses, like wedding dresses and communion dresses and like just crazy cool dresses, which was fun. And then we went to one of the restaurants that was recommended in my Let's Go Europe book, and it was fantastic. It was a restaurant that serves smoothies with or without, and it's not really smoothies, it's fruit drinks, because it was just like, mixed up fruit, with or without alcohol, and different types of crepes, and bocadillos, but we didn't get any of those, or bocadillas, we didn't get any of those. So we like shared some crepes and had great big fruit drinks, and it was good, awesome, très chic, like really enjoyed it. Then we went to bed, then we got up and went to the Museo de Belles Arts, and that was cool. And I mean, yeah, it was just really nice to walk around the museum for a little bit, and it was cool because it was free on Sundays, which was really nice. And we discovered like the kind of park that basically like wraps around the city, which was gorgeous. Like that's at the point when I realized that like Valencia is like a gorgeous, gorgeous city. And so we went around there. They have like old trees. You'll see some of the pictures on my Facebook, and that was cool. And we ended up walking down to the Museum of Arts and Sciences. We didn't go in, one, because we were running out of time because we had to catch our train, and two, because it's just huge. But actually the main attraction of the place is really just like the architecture, because it's just these really cool buildings, and there's this IMAX theater that's in like this, it basically looks like an eye is what the architecture is, and it's really cool because it's like a half eye, but then it has like a reflecting pool, so on a like clear day, you get like the full eye in the reflecting pool, which is like, it's just really, really neat. So we saw all of that. And then we went and found this really cool Indian place right next to our train station. It was just like excellent Indian food. So we just got really, really super lucky with all the restaurants when we were there, and we ended up getting ice cream, of course, which is what I eat. And then we got on the train and came back. So the only downfall of like the whole trip was that I left my umbrella in Valencia, which sucked a lot, and hence the reason why I said in the beginning that I was like soaking wet when I came back, because it was pouring in Barcelona and my umbrella was in the train station in Valencia, which I'm really sad about because it was a nice umbrella. So yes, that's it. I'm sure I have a lot more to say, a lot more like cool details that I can tell you about, but I'm not going to because I need to do my homework. So that's my story.